Hi everyone, welcome to Murphy's Law Garage. Today we have Project Ecoboom here again. Boom.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
It almost makes me want to change my license plate
Yeah.
to Ecoboom.
It can't be too noisy, just go Ecoboom.
It's not loud at all to have too noisy. It's kind of funny.
This is our 2024 Ecoboost S650 as opposed to the S650 GT. This one's going to be a handling car, but one of the things we need to do is to stop oil from making its way into the intake and on the backside of the valves. And we've got just the thing for that.
Ooh.
Boom!
Wow.
J&L Oil Separator.
Look at that.
A very usual suspect on our channel is J&L. I don't know how many we've installed now. It's a lot.
What, one on every vehicle?
Basically, we've even made them for vehicles that are non-performance stuff on the channel. So in the box, we've got a bracket. We've got the two screws to hold the bracket on. We got the screw that's going to hold it to the car, or the bolt, I mean. We've got the actual oil separator. It even comes with the Ford connections on it already. Look at how pretty that is. And then, of course, the can itself, which unscrews to collect the oil. Now the oil goes in here, and then the filter media that is doing the filtering is right here. That's the magic sauce of how this thing works. Anyways, I'm going to bring you outside and show you how to put this together. But first, I'm going to turn that down, please. Thank you, sir. I'm going to put the bracket onto the can. Let me get that on there. Jacob's going to take the camera, and we're going to show you putting this in the car. All right, so the bracket goes in the same direction as the lettering on the top here. So facing away from this is where the bracket goes. And then you're going to put these two supplied screws into the top of the lid and then tighten them down with a number 2 Phillips. I'm not going to bore you with showing you that entire bit. Just make sure to put these nice and tight, and if you feel so, go ahead and put you a little bit of blue Loctite on that just to make sure they can't vibrate loose. When we bring you back, we'll be in the engine bay, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get the PCV hose out and get this routed in. So Jacob's going to come in close here. But what I'm going to show you is this is the hose that we're removing. Now this is a non-performance pack car, so it doesn't have the strut tower brace. This clip right here, I'm going to push back and over, and that's going to allow me, when pushing down on it, to slip it off. And then same thing, once you've taken that one off, you can rotate this one up so you can see it better. You get that little clip to climb over the top, and then pull it off. That is the factory hose. Now, the next thing we need to do is to remove this bolt right here on the front of the reservoir. I'm going to take that out. Here's the stock one. And the one J&L sent us is right here. You can see it's a little bit longer. Helps us get a little bit more bite on it. And what that's going to let us do is I'm going to route this guy under and around, kind of like that. You see how it went under that harness and the charge pipe right here? And then I'm going to take this one and come under this coolant line off to the side like that. And now I'm going to take my longer bolt and I'm going to feed it through the bracket, and I need to put it back in that hole that we just took the bolt out of. Now we're not going to tighten this guy all the way down. I'm literally just going to take it and use my socket here to run it down most of the way so it can still wiggle around. And the only reason we're going to do that is so that we can kind of pick our position, if you will. And then this line right here, well, this needs to get plugged in where this previously was. You see that 90-degree connection there? And all I'm going to do is try to look for a really nice, neat place to pass this. I kind of like the idea of going under right here, like that, and then reaching up and then clicking on. You see how nice and neat.
So you telling the people it just snaps on nice and easy like that?
It does, yeah.
Nice.
And then let's see. Next thing you see, this one is underneath all of this mess, like I said before, and comes around up to the top. Well, it's literally just going to go boop.
I feel like this was a lot easier than the N as well.
Jacob's Elantra N was much more difficult because the hoses were silly. So now you ask yourself, well, JB, why'd we leave this loose? Well, it's because we need to make sure that the bracket for this isn't pressing up against the body of the coolant reservoir. So I'm going to kind of rotate it in just the right position where these hoses are as relaxed as they can be, and we're pretty close here. but also that the this bracket isn't rubbing against the coolant reservoir, because if it does that, it will eat a hole in it. You don't want that. And then this is a small metal clip in plastic. Don't get crazy with it. And now that that's tight, bam, it's in there. Isn't that crazy? Oh, very, very, very little time to replace this. And ooh, smell that, Jacob. What does that smell like to you?
Earl.
Smells like lost performance. So let's have tech time with Uncle JB. Why? Hold on, Uncle JB's got to put his hat on backwards. We got to take the House of Boost hat. We got to get real serious here.
Oh.
We're going Ash Ketchum here.
Look at this guy.
All right. Why a catch can on your Ecoboost Mustang? There's so many people that call these things snake oil, and it is wildly annoying. They have no idea what they talk about. That 800 horsepower Mustang over there has not one, but two of these suckers on the dirty and the clean side to ensure we don't ingest oil into the engine. And people say, well, what does it really matter? Is it really that much oil? It's just gonna eat it anyways. There's so many reasons why ingesting oil can cause problems, but let me give you some of the ones that mean the most to you. Hey, this is a turbocharged engine. I'm sure many of you run it on 87 octane because they're cheap, but if you actually care about performance, you're running 93 in it, so you have as much octane as possible, which means the engine in the heat gives you as much boost and timing as it wants to. That's right, if your octane level drops too low, the engine's gonna pull timing because it senses knock using a knock sensor. What does the catch can have to do with that? Well, the more oil you ingest into the intake tract, the engine consumes that and it reduces the effective octane of the fuel. That means especially if you put 87 in it, your 87 becomes 86, becomes 85, becomes 84. The engine starts inducing knock and detonation, pulls timing, you make less power, you go slower. So you want to go faster? Put a catch can to keep that oil out of your track. Now, next problem. That oil has to go somewhere. Well, one of the places it really likes to go, especially in a direct injected motor, is on the back of the valves. Well, you build up enough of that bullshit on the back of the valves, guess what? You're not making as much power, and you might even have a really expensive repair bill at some point to clean the back of the valves because they got too dirty. So there are many reasons, but if you're one of those people who has to have catalytic converters, well, guess what else it does? Burning oil will slowly be the death of your catalytic converters. Will that happen fast? Will you see the results of it realistically in your ownership of the vehicle? It's still not okay. It's not good. We don't want oil gumming up the intake. We don't want oil lowering our octane. We want to make all of our power, and we want it now.
This is our money. We want it now.
This is our money. We want it now. There's plenty of places in the U.S. where the highest octane fuel you can get is like 90, 91.
The trip to Arkansas, the highest I saw was 90. I'm like,
and that's scary because that is significantly limiting the amount of reserve you have before you lose timing. So think of timing and octane like a reserve of how much knock you can have before your car starts pulling timing. The more octane you have available to you, the cicadas are really excited right now. Luckily, we've got mics. The more octane you have, the more reserve you have for preventing knock and detonation. So the lesser octane you can run, the higher risk you run of having knock and detonation. Now, will that hurt the engine? Realistically, on a modern car like this, no, it's too smart. It's got a bunch of knock sensors. It's gonna pull timing. It's gonna turn into a dog and protect itself. You don't want it to turn into a dog. You don't want it to have to protect itself. You want all of your power right now. And that's what this gives you. Now, this isn't untested science. This is fact. I can tell you that if I take the catch cans off of that 800 horsepower Mustang, when the oil gets really hot and the oil, and at high RPM, it starts atomizing that oil and sucking a ton of it into the intake, you can watch. I have a gauge where I can see the timing on my OBD2 port. You can watch the timing drop without the air oil separator. Super interesting. The same thing will happen here. Oil gets hot, it aerates, the motor sucks in a bunch of it, you lose timing. Again, what the heck do I know? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
The man's right. Don't listen to me. Anyways, so we've got the dirty side, if you will, installed on here. But because race car and because this is going to do a lot of high G-force turns, that's what we're setting it up to do. There's some concern that the PCV on the other side which is this guy, might also get involved in some air oil separation, air oil atomization. So I'm going to call up J&L after this. They're awesome. They're great partners. I helped design the catch cans that are on the Mustang, as well as my wife's Pathfinder over there. We designed the catch cans, the air oil separators for both of those. So I don't think they have a part number on their website. I'll check again, but if they don't worry. Murphy's Law Garage has got you. We're going to go ahead and help them design one for that side too, so that both sides are captured. And that's really only going to be an extreme situation thing where you've got a car where you get the oil really hot and you take a really hard turn. Will you end up dumping oil on that side? In this case, we will. We want to protect it. We want to help J&L give you that skew. The cicadas are singing to us, Jacob.
Not singing, I hate those things.
It's like the
Creepy.
song of our people. They are creepy, but they are, I kind of like the sound. It's a little cathartic to me. You know, I could fall asleep to that sound.
Not me, because I have trauma of getting hit in the face by one of those things.
Anyways, thank y'all for watching the video. And as usual, we love you. God bless. Peace. Jacob, do the honors and put yet another J&L OSC sticker on the door. This is Sparta.
Okay, well.
Come on, you're on camera. Don't make it picky. Get in there.
Ow.
Come on. Come on.
I'm trying to find
I'm gonna slam you in the door again.
I
Come
wish
on.
the you would. I'm trying to find a goddamn. How you.
I'm out of here.